Okay, so there is a plan. There is a plan for 2021. There's a plan. Whether that plan stays intact, now that is a totally different creature. So, yeah. 2020 really ended up being for me a year of looking at all my social media stuff and being like, what do I feel? What do I jive with? What do I want to do with my social media accounts and the business and all that crap? All that jazz. What am I going to do? So 2020 ended up being a year kind of like, I just kind of, everything. I showed up consistently, but I was going, it's like, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I want to do. Well, I know what I'm doing. That's not quite, it's like, I didn't know who I wanted to continue with and who I'm feeling. And did I want to go to YouTube? Did I want to go to Instagram for everything? And at the end of the year, I came to some conclusions. 12 months later. And the decisions kind of were Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and possibly LinkedIn. I always say I'm going to do LinkedIn, and then I go like, and never do anything with it. I'll post like a card reveal, and 3 weeks later I post another card reveal, and it's like, so narrowing things down. Where are my focuses? Like Facebook, I'll still post stuff on there. Instagram being owned by Facebook was the impetus for staying on YouTube and going back to doing more videos on this channel as opposed to just like a weekly or whatever I was doing last year or the year. Yeah. Kind of had a little burnout on the social media thing and really needed to focus in on where I wanted to go. So part of the plan is YouTube. So yeah, and Instagram too is going to kind of YouTube, Twitter, Insta are my three main places where you're going to find me this year. Things that are going to happen with the plan as it stands at this moment in time is finish up the Fraud Fairy. I got the Helpline Troop and the Challengers to go. 2 cards a month. I should be done with it. I feel like it's a really important resource because there's not a lot out there on reading that deck. And when you get that deck and you realize how complex it is and how much there is to learn with it, it can be really, really challenging. And I've spent years working with that deck and with the fairies in that deck. They've showed up in journey work, they've showed up in dreams, they've showed up very much in my spiritual process. So we had a little chat. We decided we needed to finish this project and finish it this year. So if I calculated everything correctly, we should have it done by December. I'm so excited. So the other aspect of the plan is, for years there's been this process of like, I should create a tarot deck. I would like to. There's a desire there. It's not a should. It's not like I'm shoulding this. I should do this. No. I want to do this and I should do it. But I've been waiting for like inspiration. Yeah. Which rarely works. And I know this as an artist and as an intuitive person, the more you use your intuition, the more you use your artistic know-how and aptitudes, the better you get at it. The more you create, the more you get. The more inspiration. The more you use intuition, the more intuition you get. And for me, painting and intuition are very much entwined. And I keep gonna do. No, and I'll start and then I'll peter out and I'll start peter. So part of the plan to help keep me on track with something I want to do and would like to do and feel a bit like, where do I start? Oh, holy moly. It's like a big project, it's a big project. Creating a tarot deck is a huge project. Which is kind of scary. And I've done big projects before, but this one's like there's so much to it. It's really scary, and it's going to be a long time before there is a completion at all, to a point where I get to the next scary part when you even start worrying about that, which would be publishing. And we're not even anywhere near that. We're not going to think about it. We're just going to think about creation and how we're going to create. Yeah. So, because I have a strong academic leaning, when I don't know what to do, I fall back on my academic aptitudes, and that means research. So we're going to do some tarot deep dives, starting with the major arcana, with the Fool, blah blah blah, Magician, Priestess, Empress, Emperor, etc. et al., and working through that. And then when we get to the next one, we'll pick a suite and go through something else. The other aspect of this tarot creation thing, to help get the creative juices going with it, other than the academic leaning, is I have a tarot deck. I did one modification video. I'll find it and link it. And then I never did another one. So I pulled that deck out, and we're going to start working on that as a way to help get those tarot creative juices going. So tarot deep dives, finishing up the Front Fairy, 2 really big projects. And then we're going to add a 3 in for this, and that's vlogging. Doing a weekly vlog. Hopefully it turns out weekly. After doing Vlogmas and realizing that it was really interesting, because the first time I attempted Vlogmas, I felt really tense and constricted about the babbling part about my life, for whatever reason. And then the snow set in, and I couldn't upload anything that year because it was so heavy. And this year I decided to do it, and it all worked out. And I found I really enjoyed the vlogging. So we're going to do some more vlogging this year, and just keep you apprised of what's going on with the business and stuff like that, art, tarot readings, all that kind of fun stuff. So vlogging, looking at probably weekly. I'm not sure how that's going to take shape. It may be like the week before it gets put up, like the next week. Rural internet, satellite, you plan this stuff ahead, because you just don't go like, oh, I'll go upload something. Oh, I just screwed my data up and I have no data now, because if you don't have satellite internet, just be really happy if you got like satellite that works really well. Any like internet that works really well. I'm rural, so I have like the best internet we can get, and it's whatever. Monthly reading. Started doing the moon readings last year again, and decided to move those into the Cosmic Shadowlight forecast. So if you're interested in that subscription service, check it down below, and there is a link to the website where you can find pretty much anything from like ordering a tarot reading from me, the moon reading subscription, or the Cosmic Shadowlight forecast subscription. The difference between the moon readings and Cosmic Shadowlight forecast is Cosmic Shadowlight forecast is more of a collective thing. So you get like a collective energy reading from the month and PDF to help you navigate things and stuff like that, along with all the retrograde stuff that I put out throughout the year. Whereas the moon reading is simply once a month you get whichever you choose, new or full, get a personalized 3-card reading. So that's what the difference is. One is more personal, one's more open-ended and less personal. But yeah, so that covers what the plan is. So finish up Frauds Fairy. So the fairies feel this is very important, and I'm like, okay, because they've guided me a lot. When you work in these kind of relationships and you're building allyship with fairy too, it's like they're going to ask you to do things, and good chance you're going to have to be like, yes. And I feel really strongly too about finishing out that Fraud Fairy thing. So they want it. I said yes, because it's very important to both of us. The tarot deep dives, I'm kind of really excited about this, to go really deep back into symbolism of the cards and all that kind of fun, meaty, juicy stuff that they're based in. And hopefully that academic stuff will inspire that intuitive, artistic aspect, along with modifying the tarot card thing. Vlogs, monthly readings. It's going to be fun, folks. So that's the plan. And if you haven't caught the January reading, it is currently up. It went up before the plan on the Monday. So I think looks like the schedule is probably going to look like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the videos. So vlogs will probably be on Friday. And yeah, whatever else is going to get scheduled, you know. So that's the plan. That's the plan for 2021. We'll see how that plan goes, because Plan 2020 went out the window pretty fast last year. So, alrighty, everyone have a wonderful day. Go out there and be the love in the world. Bye bye.